We had a very good and a very intense discussion, productive discussion, and it's very clear it's now time for action. Action on a number of priorities, and I want to share my thoughts about that with you. First, the topic of innovation was dominant, of course. It should be the front and center of everything we do to secure the future of the car industry in Europe without any question. For example, we have agreed that we need a big push in software and hardware for autonomous driving. We know that global competition on this topic is fierce, so we have to act big and we have to be big. Scale matters in this topic more than ever before, and this is why we have agreed that we will set up and support an industry alliance. Companies will be able to pool resources. They will develop shared software, chips, and autonomous driving technology. And on our side, we will refine the testing and the deployment rules. We will also help launch large-scale pilots for autonomous driving, because the goal is very simple. We have to get autonomous vehicles on Europe's roads faster. The second topic that we also discussed is the transition towards clean mobility. There's a clear demand for more flexibility on CO2 targets. You all know the key principle here is balance. On the one hand, we need predictability and fairness for the first movers, those who did their homework successfully. That means that we have to stick to the agreed targets. On the other hand, we need to listen to the voices and the stakeholders that ask for more pragmatism in these difficult times and technology neutrality, especially when it comes to the 2025 targets and related penalties in case of non-compliance. To address this in a balanced manner, I will propose a focused amendment to the CO2 standards regulation this month. Instead of the annual compliance, companies will get 3 years. This is the principle of banking and borrowing. The targets stay the same. They have to fulfill the targets, but it means more breathing space for industry. It means also more clarity, and without changing the agreed targets. I'm sure that such a targeted amendment could be agreed swiftly by the European Parliament and the Council, because, of course, it makes only sense if it is agreed quickly. At the same time, we will prepare to speed up work on the 2035 review with full technology neutrality as a core principle. My third point is competitiveness. We need European car supply chains to be more robust and to be more resilient, especially when it comes to batteries. And here we have a challenge, because while our own production is in the process of scaling up, we see that imported batteries are cheaper. On the other hand, we cannot let EVs become more expensive, but we also cannot afford to create new dependencies. So we will explore direct support for EU battery producers, and we will gradually introduce European content requirements for battery cells and the components. And of course, we will keep cutting red tape. Regulatory simplification will continue. So here are some of our priority actions. There is more, of course, to come, and this will be presented in an action plan in College on the 5th of March. That's Wednesday. But let me also stress that today was not the end of the dialogue with the automotive industry. We will keep engaging. We will continue the work strands that we have with the commissioners, and we have agreed that we will meet on a CEO level again before the summer break. Thank you very much for that listening.
President von der Leyen, can I ask a quick question on Ukraine and defence, given the gravity of the situation, what's happened in the past few days? What's your reaction to the clash between Presidents Trump and Zelensky And you mentioned yesterday a rearmament plan for Europe. What kind of ideas are you thinking of there?
That's a lot of yeah. Yeah, no, just procedure-wise. Of course, I'm intensively preparing the European Council together with President Costa. And indeed, tomorrow I will inform the member states through a letter about the Rearm Europe plan. We need a massive surge in defense without any question. We want lasting peace, but lasting peace can only be built on strength. And strength begins with strengthening ourselves. And that is the purpose of the plan that I will present to the member states tomorrow, the Rearmed Europe. Thank you.
Thank you all. Good afternoon.